So talk to me about some things that you see the same in both of those. What is? Oh, go ahead.
No, the person who plays Noah seems to be very stupid.
Very stupid. How is he stupid?
Because he doesn't know how to build an ark.
He doesn't even know what an ark is. It's
He doesn't know
big
what-
boat.
He seems very reluctant. Yeah, it's like...
He's reluctant. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
What else?
What's an ark?
You have to collect the animals, two of each breed, two of each pair. Yeah.
Who is this really?
Did he believe that it was God, even in the video? Right?
No, he didn't.
He didn't know who it was.
Who
Yeah.
is this really?
Yeah, he said dad,
Right.
and he didn't at first.
Until the
he didn't.
sewers took out.
The guy didn't believe
Right.
that he was God, and then he
What's
made
an
something that made him believe that he was that.
So he had to show him something, right, to make
Yeah.
him believe. So in the video clip, right, all those animals were following the guy in the video. His name's Evan, right?
Evan Almighty.
Evan Almighty. So all the animals were following him around. Did that help for him to believe maybe that this was really God?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Kinda.
Because after they came up, he said it's not time. Go shoo, and then they dispersed away from him. And then
What is that noise?
Is that you? Yes.
Don't make that noise.
and then he sort of believed that he was. And
So he saw some kind of, maybe a miracle, right?
Yeah.
He saw something. All those sheep that were there, right? So,
you know the birds on top of the car.
Oh, the snakes.
yep, yeah. So, what would happen if there was like a big disaster around here, right? What would you do? Like, remember we just had a hurricane, right?
Build an ark.
You would build an ark?
Hide underground.
Well,
No,
when
that's an ark.
I say what would you do, I mean, are you looking to make sure that you're okay?
Yes.
Like, what happened for Hurricane Irene? What did your parents do?
We
did.
Hang on, one at a time.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We made sure that everything was secure, except that some things blew over and trees fell over on our neighbor's yard.
Poor toys.
And after it was done and we were like helping to clean up, we went over to our neighbor's house to see if she was okay, but she moved down with someone because the hurricane was coming.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I slept through the hurricane.
You slept through the hurricane. So let me ask you this. If you slept, go ahead.
But then I went over to my friend's house where a tornado kind of touched down in his area.
Mm-hmm.
Huge, just catastrophic. And me and my dad helped cut up in him and we helped cut up some wood and drag it off and burn it.
So before the hurricane, what did you guys do?
Well, we kind of.
Or did your parents do it all and maybe you didn't really pay attention?
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Because I find it hard to believe your parents did nothing before the hurricane, right?
Well, I did.
Up in the chair,
Parents
please.
did nothing for the hurricane.
What did we do at our house before the hurricane? What did I come home with?
Build an ark. Food.
Food and.
Food.
So what else did you guys stock up on before the hurricane?
Rice.
Well, my mom, we got these huge coolers
to a
and
wedding or
got ice
something?
and
Hang on.
everything,
Right.
and got food and put as much food as we could fit into as many coolers as we had.
Did you-
When the power went out.
Right. So you were stocking up on food. Go ahead.
We made sure all of the cars were in the middle of the yard. We made sure we had food in the basement. We made sure all the animals that weren't inside were in the basement, except two of our cats that ended up upstairs. But we still ended up with a car that got smashed, and the cabin got part of the corner got smashed too.
So you brought all the animals inside the ark.
Yeah, except our chickens. They were all still out.
So the chickens weren't in the ark.
But they
all
were
the
fine.
animals-
They were fine.
Okay. Lila.
We made sure that all the furniture was secure, so like if the flood came in and the water came inside the house, the water wouldn't wash over the furniture or something. So we got chairs, and we got the chairs, and then the couch went over top the chairs, like over everything, and we had to bring everything down with us and made sure everything was okay so it wouldn't flood or something. And so we were lucky enough, and it didn't. Our house didn't flood.
Okay.
And I couldn't sleep the whole night. I was awake because it was like,
There's no way.
it was like
Go ahead.
windy and stuff. It was like,
I remember, like, when we were like preparing the power went out, I was listening and just waiting for the next tree to fall down.
Yeah, you were. Okay, so let me ask a question before you guys answer that. Did you guys call anybody else? Did you call any of your family or? grandmas or grandpas or aunts or uncles?
My mom called my grandma.
Both phones
Your
were
mom
out.
called your grandma? Well, before the hurricane.
I tried.
I'm not sure.
Well, it was kind of during hurricane. I tried to call my friend, but his power was all out. And kind of unfortunately, his basement is below the ground, and it's carpeted.
Okay, so if we knew another disaster was coming, right? That's the question. Would you try to warn people? Like if you knew there was a big flood coming, like Noah did, would you try to warn other people?
I would warn my family and my
You
friends.
warn nice people that you don't like. You wouldn't warn them.
Oh.
I would warn my
Well,
So-
you should still warn people
I knew that, but like.
and tell them to spread it around.
I get it.
What I would do was I would like build the whole thing, like and plant some road of escape, me and my friends and possibly my family. And then
Possibly. That's hard.
And then as I'm going, I yell to the people that there's a flood.
All right. So go ahead.
Also, I wanted to say, Lila, speak for yourself. We didn't know that our sump pump would back up, and we had 6 inches of cold water, and like we were trying to prepare and do it, but then the litter boxes were almost almost submerged, which surprisingly they float.
They float.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But also some of Dad's magazines were lost because they got wet and stuff.
Well, think of
but
it.
also we had to move. We were like doing puzzles and the light was still on until it went off, and then. But weird enough, the carpet in our dining room soaking wet.
Okay, so let me ask this question. So if you knew that a disaster was coming, do you think it would take time away from you getting ready if you had to stop and warn all these other people?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it'd
would.
take like a day just to get all around the entire
No,
world.
what you do is you
So-
text everyone in your phone, and then you tell them to text everyone in their phone.
Oh, so you think it would be a lot easier to warn all the other people now than it would have been back in Noah's time, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Because-
you have all this technology.
So could you tweet it maybe? Or put it on Facebook, right?
Craigslist.
Newspapers.
You could put up flyers around the world.
Well, that would take a while, right?
You
Okay.
could have other people do it.
So so Noah.
People all around the world.
So
Yeah.
let's think about this. So Noah was in that situation, right? So God tells Noah he's going to bring a flood,
Yeah.
and Noah's in that same situation because God tells Noah you have to build this ark. The flood is coming, and I need you to take all these animals on the ark. So Noah didn't necessarily have time to warn all these other people. Now in the video that we watched, right?
People were surrounding him.
And what's he trying to do when it starts to rain?
He's
He's
trying
like,
to warn
"Get in
people
the
that
ark,
they're all
please listen, get in the ark."
Right, so he's
Yes,
actually.
and people don't believe him and laugh at him. But they should
bet it
really
flies
be
after
nice to him.
Yeah, because
they should believe him. If something was terrible to happen, I would just pack up my things and go with Noah because I wouldn't want anything bad to happen.
so if I came and knocked on your door tomorrow morning and said, "Hurry up, Jessica, flood's coming, grab all your stuff,"
Okay, I would do
you would do it? You would believe me?
I would.
Well,
Yeah.
what if
I
it's
would.
Wait, hang on. Let Zoe talk. You would.
What if it was some crazy person that was going to kill you?
How do you know? How do you know? You don't know, right? Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question. Okay, so what happened in both of those clips? Now, in the one clip, God is standing there right next to Noah, well, next to Evan, right? But what's going on in the other clip?
God's talking from him
Well,
from heaven.
we can't really
He's like,
tell because we can't really see it. We can't
Well,
hear
right,
it.
but you're just supposed to be listening to it. So, does he believe him that it's God?
No.
No.
Right. Who is this really?
What's
an ark?
So right, so if you were sitting in
What's
your
a
room
human?
and you were reading a book and you weren't doing anything and you suddenly heard this voice talking to you, what would you think?
I would
Right.
So
Who is this really?
I would think
Zoe
so.
was trying to do something.
Well, how about once you figured out it wasn't Zoe because she was sitting next to you, not moving her mouth and talking? Then what would happen?
It could be
Maybe
recording.
it was like a recording on TV or something.
It could
From
be
down-
really,
from
really, really
downstairs,
stupid
it was like
teenagers.
TV, yeah.
It could be really stupid teenagers.
So what does that mean? Did God only speak to people back in the time of the Torah?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you know?
No.
Because
Wait,
we don't
no.
hear them anymore.
Well, you don't hear him.
Do you hear him?
Are you listening?
Unless I'm not mental, then yeah.
Well, who else in the Torah talked with God?
Adam.
Adam,
Adam,
Eve.
Eve.
Moses.
Abraham, Moses.
Isaac.
Adam.
Do you think that all of those people believed
Sarah.
the first time they heard God speak to them? Do you think that they said right away, "Oh yeah, okay, this is God"?
Yeah.
No.
Moses
No.
did.
No.
No,
Yeah, he did. He went
Well,
to the burning bush.
Sarah
He did
didn't
whatever.
believe God when he said that Sarah
That
was
wasn't the
happy.
angel.
Well, whatever. She
Well,
still didn't
God
believe it.
still sent the angel, so.
Yeah, so still it's
Oh, so if
same
it was an
thing.
angel, you would believe it, but if it was God,
Yeah,
you
but
wouldn't?
because angels have wings and all that.
Oh my god.
Cool.
So if I got
You used his
wings,
name
you
in
had to
vain.
flap, and you would believe
Yeah, I
was an
did. I
angel.
know. I did that on purpose.
So if Will showed up tomorrow with the big wings, you would listen to him?
We
No,
were
Is that
all
how-
angels.
we still wouldn't believe. I wouldn't believe that he was an angel because he just told us his plan.
So what would have to happen to make you believe that it was God speaking to you?
I
You'll
wanna get
probably have to
paid.
do something like
I'll
magical
burn.
or something.
Oh, like a miracle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Prove it.
Prove it.
Yeah, like
Yes,
our
to prove
like
it.
family would be
Yeah.
rich. We'd get $1 million. Girl.
I want to get paid to believe it.
Oh, if you got paid, you
Oh
would
god,
believe it.
that's almost wow.
That's kind
You're
of cheap.
using the name in vain.
That's a little cheap, don't you think?
I know.
No.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's take a look at this section is from the Torah. This is the Parsha on Noah.
Oh yay.
Okay.
Oh, we get to do it?
No, this isn't the play. We're gonna do a play later. But this is just the Parsha section. Stop. Okay. So, we got plenty. I think we got plenty. There you go. Okay. So somebody read for me. I'll teach you. This is Genesis 6:9 through 11:32. That means it's chapter 6, verse 9 through chapter 11, verse 32. Okay.
Yeah, why is it like time? Like,
Oh, that's just the notation that we use to show that. So that means chapter 6, verse 9. It's not time. It's not 6 hours and 9 minutes. Is that what you
Why
thought
not
it was?
this in here?
Oh, because we're going to talk about that.
11.
So, I need one volunteer to read, and since your hand is up already, I'll let you read for me. Read me the first line where the little tiny 9 is, and stop when you see the little tiny 10.
Okay. This is the line of God. Noah was a righteous man. He was blameless in his age. Noah walked with God.
Okay, so this is the line of Noah, right there. Noah was a righteous man, he was blameless in his age, and Noah walked with God. So what do you think it means to be righteous? And what do you think it means, I'll ask you before you answer, what do you think it means not only for him to be righteous, but to be blameless in his age? Do you know what
Can't
that
blame
means?
anybody
He doesn't blame anybody.
because of his age.
He has courage, and by that I mean he doesn't blame anybody in his age.
Well, what that means when it says he was blameless, that means he didn't, the way it was written, he wasn't thought to have fault with him.
Oh, he might be thought to be a very wise man.
A wise man? What else might that mean? What do you guys think?
By a good education.
A good education? Okay, what else? What do you think it means to be righteous?
Brave.
Brave. Go ahead.
Like really confident in what he's doing.
Okay.
Like he built the ark even though he didn't know God or what he was planning to do and stuff. He
Okay.
still built it.
Okay, so what would that mean then? If he built it even though he didn't know God and he trusted him, what do you think that meant he had?
He had trust in God.
And what else?
Faith.
Faith. Okay. Okay.
Belief.
So, but what do you think it means to be righteous?
Fair.
Fair. Okay.
Right.
Brave. Anything else?
You follow your religion.
Did he was there
He
was
follows his instincts.
okay. So Noah, when God told him about building the ark, right?
Mhm.
How do you think a righteous person would act when he found that a disaster was coming? We just talked about what you guys would all do if a disaster was coming. How do you think a righteous person would act? Go ahead.
He would warn everybody that a flood was coming and then build the ark.
Okay, what do you think?
But he'd do it.
Now hold that thought. Go ahead.
He'd do it no matter what.